B.Mo, I finally got the game. Finally got it. I finally got it, man.
Got what?
Doofus, I'm talking about. Okay, you ready for this? Feast your eyes on this. I got Sonic and the Black Knight for the Wii.
That's Paper Mario, idiot.
What? No. No! No. Why are you laughing at me, cameraman? Why are you Give me that camera.
Well, I've been wondering about who I am and just how far I drive to see the end. I started from when I believe I've
Well, what do you know? I got the wrong game. Here I ran all the way across the city to go to the game store to pick up the latest sequel or sequel to the franchise, Sonic and the Black Knight for the Nintendo Wii, when all I got was Super Paper Mario for the Nintendo Wii.
Hey, B.Mo, you suck ass!
What'd you say to me?
Well, since I got the game, I might as well review it. It's been a little over a couple years, but it never hurts to take a trip back. Anyways, this is Super Paper Mario for the Wii. Will this please us? Let's find out. As Mario always say, let's go. In the third entry of the Paper Mario saga, we find ourselves at the Mario Brothers house as they begin to reminisce on just how peaceful things are around them. So peaceful, in fact, that they are getting to the point where they're getting bored. Well, that all changes when one of Princess Peach's slaves, loyal subjects, runs and tells the Mario Brothers that she's been kidnapped by their ill-fated, long-time rival, ever-so-lasting, lovable enemy, King Bowser. And so the Mario Brothers decide to infiltrate King Bowser's castle to rescue Princess Peach. But when they decide to confront them face to face, it turns out that the King of Koopas was not responsible for the princess's abduction, which leaves everybody in a state of confusion and awe. That is until they are interrupted by Princess Peach's cry for help. And so a new player comes to the game. A vampire look-alike or an impersonator called Count Bleck. His intentions are a little hard to follow, especially if you decided to skip the prologue to get to the title screen of the game. But in case you still want to know, I'll give you a little layup of what it is. After being sucked into a different dimension, Peach awakes to find that she's not exactly in Kansas anymore. As to her surprise, there's Count Bleck, where of course Bowser's minions are all gracefully congratulating them for their happy wedding and stuff, blah blah blah. But to Bowser's disappointment, the wedding's nothing but a fixed hoax in order to prepare for some ritual that the Count Bleck cooked up in order to release an evil source called the Chaos Heart. Well, to everyone's interruption, Luigi, the other Mario brother, comes to try to stop the whole ritual, but is apparently too late. With his plan set in motion, Count Bleck decides to use the Chaos Heart to bring about the Dark Void to envelop all the dimensions of all worlds. Meanwhile, our hero Mario awakens to find that he's been left in the dust, as all his friends and enemies have disappeared before him into the other dimension. That is until he's greeted by a pixelated butterfly named Tippy. Tippy then transports Mario to another dimension called Flipside, where he there meets a wizard named Merlon. Merlon then tells Mario he's one of the 4 chosen ones of the prophecy that states that they can stop the Dark Void and the power of the Chaos Heart by collecting all 8 pure hearts. From there, his journey to save the world, again, begins. The gameplay in the third entry is really noticeable right when you begin to take control of the Italian Stallion. Because now the gameplay is 2D, like a traditional old-school Mario game. Random battles? Say goodbye to those. Turn-based fights? All gone too. Nope, for the first time in the saga, the action is real-time. The battles are simply jumping on enemies to deal damage. Simple as that. But don't get all down. Not to spoil anything, but in the first part of the first chapter, when you talk to the wizard who has the dimensional switching abilities, Mario then gets the ability to switch from 2D to 3D. This new ability gives players more depth to exploration. When you feel trapped or come to a dead end, the 3D switch is there to help. Whoa, almost forgot. Tippy. Tippy is the fairy butterfly that is here to help Mario on the journey. She acts like the Goombario or Goombalette or whatever. By using the Wii Remote, you can point at enemies to scan them to check out their HP and attack power. It's good and all, but it doesn't mean you'll want to point at every single enemy in the game. When pointing at yourself, she can provide you with hints and clues. Heck, if you enter an empty room and you can't find any solution to what you're looking for, use her to find a secret door or switch. It's okay in some cases. Of course, Mario and his pixel pals aren't the only ones making the journey. Soon after, Peach decides to join. She can use her parasol to glide. And then, when you play further in the game, you can play as Bowser, which he can breathe fire for huge damage. And even further, yeah, you can play Luigi too. Of course, he is known to jump real high. The secondary pixels in the game are basically your second attacks. When venturing further, you'll encounter some trapped pixels that will aid Mario and company upon being rescued or released. They range from grabbing and throwing to the bomb and many more. The game may have taken a bold step moving into real time, but it still retains the RPG elements. Like the HP system, coins, stores, hotels, yeah, it keeps the RPG taste barely. But the main problem is the speech element in the game. Yes, RPG games are known to be the talkative type games, but this one just has too much of it. And if this is an action-adventure RPG, there will be times when you wish you had a skip button available to you, just so you can get back to the action. One more problem is that the game is too easy. I can almost guarantee you won't die once in the game, unless you decide to be a funny, curious person and decline any offer to help save the world in the very beginning. Although the game retains the RPG feel to it, while providing some fan service, some funny jokes, new gameplay, a new storyline, and some new tweaks, Super Paper Mario just really doesn't feel like a Paper Mario game. It feels like a platformer with very little reminders of what made the series great since Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. The Paper Mario series is known to be, well, let's face it, a pure RPG game. And this one, in my opinion, it's just not a true sequel. It's not bad, it's not great, it's just good. Here's hoping the Paper Mario series will return to its roots. An 8.5 out of 10.
Hey guys. We've been running all day. I tripped and overall the game's good. It's not exactly a true sequel, it's good. Well, I think I'm just gonna walk home. This is ZenstaZ. Say it stays in.